Welcome to another episode of the Don Davis Real Estate Show. It's your host, Don Davis of Don Davis Luxury Realty Group, brokered by EXP, broadcasting live here from 6161 Savoy, sunny South Houston, Texas, August the 25th, 2019. And I cannot wait to let you guys know who we have in the studio today. We have an exciting show planned for you today, but we want to make sure that you know that we started off based on the fact that our reflection are results of our character, and we built our business upon the word, and the word in the beginning was the word, and the word was God, and the word was with God. Upon that rock he built his church. Upon that rock we've built our business, and our results are a reflection of our character. In the studio today, none less than the best, Mrs. Jennifer Hernandez, all the way from Legacy Mutual Mortgage.
Hi,
welcome,
Don.
Jennifer. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Welcome, Jennifer. So Jennifer is like one of the top lenders in the greater Houston area. If you don't know Jennifer, you want to know her. She can not only help you with refinances, but purchases and plenty of other products. But today she's here on a special mission where she wanted to share the fact that she had a dear friend realtor many years ago, a foundation that she's a part of, and she wanted to come on and elaborate on how we all can come together as a family in the real estate business to contribute toward this special foundation. Jennifer, go ahead and elaborate on that.
Yeah, thanks, Don, for having me today. So Nancy Owens, when I started in the business in 1995, I was just a 24-year-old, just got my license. Like I needed to, like, who's this Nancy Owens I keep hearing? And so she was an icon already at that time for 20 plus years. And she just very elegant and just a wonderful lady. But in 2002, she lost her battle with breast cancer. So she had breast cancer the third time.
Wow.
And she passed away in 2002. And several of her friends in real estate said, we are going to keep her flame going. She wanted us to find a cure. We are going to do it. So Nancy Owens Memorial Foundation was born. It's now transferred to Nancy Owens Breast Cancer Foundation. You can find us at nancyowens.org. Also, we have a Facebook website, Nancy Owens. Just Google Nancy Owens, you'll find it. We've got an annual luncheon every year that they've had since 2003.
Wow,
we've had
16 years already. Wow.
We've had a luncheon. I've been a part of it for 10 years personally.
Wow.
So my sister was diagnosed with endometrial cancer right a couple years before I got involved. And I thought, you know what, when they find a cure for breast cancer, it's going to permeate into all other cancers.
That's good.
Lori passed away in 2011. So I just have this ongoing passion, dedication to the Nancy Owens Foundation. So I donate 10,000 of my personal money every year. I buy a table. I'm on the committee. I've been on the committee for 10 years. I just love it. It's a luncheon that's coming up. So that's what I want to talk to you about.
And you're very passionate about it. I knew something was there. A lot of times when we support some type of charity or anything like that, there's an immediate attachment to how it's impacted you personally. I know some people, some people do youth sports, some people do prison ministry, some people do all types of foundations for philanthropy. But it looks like this one is definitely something that's very important to you.
Yeah, it is. I spend my time throughout the year on the committee. And so that's why I wanted to come on today.
Yes.
I want to spread the word about our luncheon. So it's October 7th. You could grab some friends together. You could honor some clients. You could buy a table. You could buy an individual ticket.
How much are the individual tickets?
Individual tickets are $150. You can, again, go to our website, nancyowens.org, or, go to our Facebook site, Nancy Owens, and find out more about it. It's October 7th. Dorothy Hamill, do you remember the ice skater, the gold medal ice skater?
Yes. I did read about her.
I had a Dorothy Hamill haircut in the 70s. We're talking full bowl cut. It was amazing. So she is a breast cancer survivor, and she is our guest. And then also our every year we honor a Spirit of Courage Award. And this year it is realtor Melanie Pippery. Have you ever done a deal with her? She's amazing.
She sounds amazing.
She's amazing.
She sounds amazing.
So
I go to Lakewood Church. Pastor Doty Pastor Joel's mom is a cancer survivor as well. So it's definitely a lot of people who are definitely inspired and mentored. Matter of fact, I got to give a shout out to Javon. Javon didn't even wait on the event. I told Javon, our videographer.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
I told Javon Jennifer was coming. Javon donated on the spot.
Amazing.
That's the kind of people you need to surround yourself with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Amazing.
So
Thank you.
he donated on the spot to the event and still might attend the event as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to attend the event, and now we're going to gather up some real estate experts. My EXP, that's my code word for my real estate experts. We would love to have some EXP support and have a table at the Nancy Owens
band
event.
Together. All of you get an individual ticket. Be at a table, and if you buy a table, you'll be in. You can brand EXP.
Exactly.
I mean, we're all there for a cause, but let's face it, we want to all band together.
Name recognition, branding, and getting our
absolutely.
name. Matter of fact, Nancy Owens, you said she was one of the top realtors with John Doherty,
She
right?
was,
So she was all about branding as well. So I definitely want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to come out to that event. Once again, Nancy Owens, October the what?
It's October 7th, which is my late sister's birthday.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's a special day for me.
So
it starts at 11, starts kind of wandering the live auction, etc. We always finish at about 1:30. And it's every year, it is just a feel-good luncheon. I leave and I feel good. We always have an inspiring story, and it's just about courage and perseverance. And let me just tell you, every year we donate to 3 projects we pick every year, but usually it's between Baylor and MD Anderson and Methodist. We always pick an individual project where our donation does not go to admin fees.
Exactly.
So we get to hear every year about the progress of the projects, and let me tell you how close they are to finding a cure. You would not believe. There's nanotechnology where they're going to insert a little thing with chemo for all cancers.
So you're not just throwing money away. There's accountability.
Amazing.
There's accountability behind your giving.
That's
awesome.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and head to our first break. This is Testimonial Sunday on Don Davis Real Estate Show. We ain't gonna preach. We ain't gonna preach at you. We're gonna preach to you. Want to make sure that you're having fun, loving where you live, loving where you work, and loving to give back like Jennifer does. Yes. Once again, Don Davis Real Estate Show. We'll go ahead and go to our break. Love's gonna get you.
Awesome. Thank you. And then in your comments, do you mind putting the NancyOwens.org and all that?
And the website. And the website. So then you're going to come up, and then last one, we're going to go. You got to come up quick. It's coming right now. That break is like 30 seconds.
Right.
When you're shopping for a home, people always say, it's all about location.
Location.
Downtown is great. Ugh, don't go below 14th Street.
West side.
North side.
Head to the burbs.
Hey, you guys
While there's plenty of trendy locations, only a few are in the best school district. The knowledge to find what's right for you.
When it's time to make a business decision about your residence, please keep in mind it's a done deal.
All right, here we go.
We're back. Welcome back to the Don Davis Real Estate Show. I'm what do they say? Super excited to have one of our personal friends, personal clients, and none other but your local Houstonian, Mr. Santee Devon Parker. How are you today?
I'm great, Don. Thank you for having me here on the show.
Well, man, I already knew you had the voice for the show, and I knew you had the voice for the show, and I knew you were definitely one of my favorite Houstonians. I mean, like I say, when you move to another city, it's always difficult. You know, me being from San Antonio, I had to find friends that were going to treat me like a brother, and I feel like from day one you've treated me like a brother. So had to have you on the show. But I want to talk about the opposite today a little bit. I want to talk about how is it to grow up here in Houston, attend high school here in Houston, go see the world, because you're an Army veteran, right?
That's correct.
Go see the world, come back, and make Houston your permanent home through home ownership. Kind of walk me through.
You know, I've been in the Army 20 years. I retired 2009 September. And, you know, I've always heard this thing that they say, you never forget where you came.
Amen.
Even though you visited all kind of places all over the world.
Name some places you.
Oh man. Well, let me tell you. Let me say, my first duty station was overseas in Germany.
Okay.
So I spent 4 years over there. Got a chance to know the locals. Got a chance to speak a little bit of language. Not perfectly, but
so you speak German?
I know how to say "Anna Pomfret bitter."
All right.
So the first thing you're gonna learn is what you want to eat. So,
exactly.
Because it becomes
gotta survive.
Gotta survive. Yeah, right. So I spent my first tour in Germany, then came back. Spent a little bit of time in Kentucky, Fort Knox, Kentucky. I was a part of the Buffalo Soldiers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I could spend about all day talking about where I've been, but I've been all over the place. But I never did forget home.
So bring it home. So you grew up in what neighborhood here in Houston, Texas?
Well, I grew up on the southwest side. You could call and say that I moved all over the place, but I really made home in the Hiram Clark area.
Okay, Hiram Clark. So now, how was Hiram Clark? Because I understand there was a transitional as far as the real estate growth going from Yates to Hiram Clark area, from Third Ward to Hiram Clark to now Missouri City. Kind of break down that transition and elaboration.
What? Hiram Clark to Missouri City.
Because didn't you have a brother that went to Yates?
No, I have a brother. I have an older brother. His name is Aaron Doctor.
Yes.
He did go to Yates.
Yes, politics, right?
He's the one that's been an inspiration in my life, kind of get me to moving around into the right direction.
That's
He left Yates and he also went to Madison High School, is where I went to. I spent 3 years there before I ended up eventually leaving and graduating from Jefferson High School and joining the service. So I joined the service through Jefferson High School. So you joined
after Jefferson High School. So you joined the service. You now you're off. You're taking off like a Houston rocket. You're seeing the world. And then finally you say, hey, man, it's time to slow it down and transition. Let's come on back and come on home. Kind of elaborate when you knew it was time to go ahead and retire, when you knew it was time to come home, and when you knew it was time to buy a house.
Well, yeah, everybody knows it's time to retire when you can't go any higher.
Yeah.
You spend a lot more time away from home than at home.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of time away.
Yeah.
So it was time for me to come back home. I did my time, come back home, set my roots. Ended up moving to Katy.
Yeah.
I met my wife. I met my wife while I was on recruiting here in Houston.
You were recruiting. You supposed to be recruiting, man. Not. was that a form of recruiting? I guess you role playing.
You could call it that. It was definitely different. To get in the business of recruiting, actually talking to people about the Army.
Yes.
About the benefits of being in the Army. And what can it eventually do for your life?
Exactly.
It was a great lesson for me. I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot. Coming back home is just letting you know that, hey, it's time for me to actually excel a little bit more.
And I can see that you've grown based on being in the military. Also, the discipline that you and your wife, Miss Beautiful Tiffany Parker, you and your wife have instilled in your son and daughter. Matter of fact, your son, he's a college football player, right?
Yeah, he goes to the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor.
Mary Hardin-Baylor, and that's a champion. That's a championship university right there. So you definitely have shown that the discipline that you kind of implement at home can carry on to the football field as well.
Most definitely. What I've learned in the service, the discipline, the selfless duty, camaraderie, doing something that's just more than me.
Exactly. More than me.
Yes.
So that's always what Nancy was just talking about. What Jennifer was just talking about a minute ago with the Nancy Owens Foundation.
Right.
She's doing something that's more than her to give back to others. So that's always important. No matter what you do, no matter what business you're in, you want your business to exceed past your lifespan. And not only did Nancy Owens do that with her, based on her tenacity in the real estate business that's carried on into where that's going on, and you're impacting your son, and your son's going to impact others. So that's definitely important to surround yourself, to have that same mentality. And when you surround yourself with people like that, you cannot afford to lose. Once again, we're going to go ahead and go to our next break. This is not all you're going to get from Mr. Parker. We could have him on here every week. You're going to see how Jennifer and I have mutual relationship with Mr. Parker. She actually was the one to help him get his VA loan. So you didn't know she not only helps out with the foundation, but she also does VA loans as well. So any military personnel watching, you want to stay tuned. Go ahead and go to your next break. Love where you live. Love's going to get you. DDLRG. We're live. Don't forget about these guys. They're still watching.
Oh man. So much you want to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, you gotta do it a little bit of time. This mic over
Get
there.
it out. Exactly.
Yeah.
There goes quick.
So I'm gonna move to the side.
Yeah, I'm moving in the middle.
All right. Watch your feet. Watch your
Mhm.
And then I'll be.
feet.
When you're shopping for a home, people always say, it's all about
This one reach over
location.
there.
Location.
Actually, I think the link should be in the middle.
Oh, this one?
Don't go
No,
to
you
the
do. You want to do here and I go here?
West side, north side.
Head to the burbs.
While there's plenty of trendy locations, only a few are in the best school district. The knowledge to find what's
Let me
right for
just-
you.
When it's time to make a business decision about your residence, please keep in mind, it's a done deal.
Holy cow! I just got this whole thing.
That's all right. That happens. All right, Jennifer, you gonna squeeze in here with us? You gotta squeeze in here with us.
All right.
All right, we're back. We're back. The last segment of the Don Davis Real Estate Show. Well, this is Testimonial Sunday. We like to mix it up for you every week. So last week was educational. This week is testimonial. And I figured, why not bring on two people that we have worked together in the last less than 45 days ago. We helped Mr. Parker buy a home with a VA loan from Legacy Mutual Mortgage, Jennifer Hernandez. So the reason we want to show you guys, hey, this is what we do. We're serious about helping people own homes. And not only are we serious about helping people own homes, we're serious about helping people transition financially and also into careers. Mr. Parker said he loved working with us so much, he's getting his real estate license now.
Awesome.
So that's
great.
definitely very important. But Jennifer, you and Mr. Parker talk about it. It's y'all's time.
Oh, thank you. Well, all I know is I got an order from Don Davis. No, I got a text. I got a text from Don. He said, you have to call Mr. Parker. So I called him and we started talking. And I mean, you tell me. I just started taking your information and we just clicked from there. And
well, now I can kind of let me kind of guide you there. So you had an opportunity to go with a large bank that most military go with, but I told you, hey, I'd rather you give Miss Jennifer a call just to give you that personal touch. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, that was the thing, you know. And when that large bank contacted me, I was like, hey, you know, Don is a real good friend of mine, from a friend, and I'm gonna tell you, Don, it's not hard treating you like brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I mean, it ain't hard treating nobody like brother. That guy's good vibes.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
This dude here definitely has good vibes. Jennifer, she is another person as well that has great vibes as well. She come on board. She's very, very, I'm gonna say, can I use the word meticulous?
Yes,
right? Sure.
Yeah, meticulous. Yeah.
Attention to detail.
She sent me information through the whole process of the loan, you know, and all of that did was click and watch the video.
Yeah,
it was very,
good. You like my videos?
I like your videos.
Yes, yes.
I got a YouTube channel
Exactly.
with all my videos.
Look, I am subscribed. I'm telling you right now.
Exactly.
I'm going to click yes.
Because, and it's funny you mentioned meticulous because when I teach at Champion School of Real Estate, one of the real estate questions of why the Texas Real Estate Commission was created is to protect the public from unscrupulous brokers. So actually, the Real Estate Commission was created to protect the public from people who are not meticulous. Yeah. So it's ironically, you're thinking it was a bad thing, but it's a great thing because her job is to be meticulously accurate on your behalf. Yes.
Yeah,
So that's awesome. That's awesome. So you call Jennifer. Explain the next step in the process. You get a call.
Yeah. Let me see here. Yes, I got a call from Jennifer. She walked me through the process. She made sure that I was not uninformed.
Correct.
She kept me very well informed on the things that I needed to do. The website that I worked with Jennifer was very easy to navigate. It was easy to go on and send a message to everyone that was in the group. The team was wonderful.
Yeah,
it was a team.
That's good.
Not just an individual. It was a team.
So how about Ken? Was Ken any good?
Yeah, Ken was great.
You know he's my brother.
No, I didn't know.
Some days, not every day.
Okay.
Some days he makes me upset.
I think that happens to all the family members.
Yeah.
That happens to me too.
But that's the benefit of being a family business. And how long you and your brother been working together now?
16 years. And so I'm good and meticulous with details for about 16 minutes, and then I gotta go somewhere else. And so he's my he's like, Jennifer, I've been saving your butt for 16 years. And anyway, he's great. So he's really good with the paperwork, and he gets people contract to close, and he talked to you quite a bit, and we really appreciate
He took his time. He made sure that everything went well, you know, and then I understood, you know, as the process went on as well. You know, Kent, I mean, you guys were great.
A great team.
Awesome.
So that's why we're big on any realtors watching this show. We're big on giving anybody that joins your team a DISC profile. This profile shows whether the person has a D personality, an I personality, S or C. Are you a director? Are you an influencer? Are you a supporter? Or you're a caretaker? And you and Ken working together like that, knowing, hey, we're going to help each other based on our personality is what the client picks up, the complete package.
Yeah, because we're opposite. And everyone, when you do have a team, you do have to work together to make sure you're also speaking the profile of your client.
Exactly.
So
because
that's important.
That's important as well. Yeah, I totally missed that one right there. Yeah, not only that, we need to know, okay, hey, Santee likes details. We need somebody to communicate with him that likes details, because if you kind of are short with somebody like that, they feel like they're not important. So it's definitely not only to know the DISC profile of your team, but also know the DISC profile of your clients as well.
Yeah.
That's very important. And people say, okay, let me translate this football season. The quarterback can't block and the blockers can't throw the ball. So you can't play every position. The main thing is to set up your team with the appropriate personnel that can support each other to help not only service the client first, but the team first, with the client, you know, the client first as well. So that's why it's always a pleasure when I connect friends or professionals like Jennifer. That's a personal friend, and then we all come together and collaborate to help making that experience that much more effective. Did y'all have anything else? We have about 3 minutes left. I want to make sure we talk about what products you have, and I also want to make sure we talk about the next phase for Santee as far as what are you going to do with that real estate license and who you're looking to help.
I am looking to reach back out to the community and do the same thing that you've done for me. Is you know, help folks realize their dreams. Real estate business is something that's it's never going to go away. It's only getting bigger. And to tap into this game, you have to help people.
Yes.
And you know, realize that their dreams can come true. And if it is possible, it's going to happen.
And by the way, talking about dreams come true, Santee gave me a hard assignment. He said, Don, I want a house with a pool on this budget. And I was like, okay, where are you going to get a house with a pool on that budget? And then he was like, watch, it can happen. And being meticulous like Santee is, we were able to find what he wanted in the school district he wanted with what he wanted. Amazing. So that's very important. And that just shows me when you take the time and you're focused, you can definitely help people achieve the American dream. Go ahead, Jennifer. So go ahead. What are you looking for, not only for the Nancy Owens Foundation, but also for the Jennifer Hernandez Foundation and Legacy Mutual Mortgage?
Oh, thank you. So just to repeat, Nancy Owens, October 7th, please visit us on Facebook or our website, nancyowens.org. Buy your ticket. It's a great, great, great luncheon. Yes. The second thing is mortgage, anything residential, we finance. Really. Yeah,
USDA, VA.
USDA, VA. We help a lot of veterans, actually. We're based out of San Antonio. You know, conventional FHA. We do jumbo loans, the loans that are above 430, 484, 350.
And then typically those jumbo loans. Well, I guess you can't get into the details, but they can contact you for the details.
Yeah, just contact us for details. We get creative. We can do a first and a second to get you, you know, you go in an 80-10-10 or a 75-15. You know, you can do low down payment up to a certain amount. So bottom line, so this doesn't turning into an underwriting show. We could be here for a couple hours.
But I know, right?
we also, and we do go down to 580 credit on FHA, VA.
That's awesome. Now, and where is your office located?
We're really central. We're Beltway and Westheimer. So yeah, we'd love you to come see us. I really, as much as I can, see clients in person. It didn't work out on the front end with Santee, but we did get to see him actually right after closing. Exactly. I got to see him. But we do. We 50 to 60% of our clients, we really try to meet in person. It just gives for a really thorough consultation. We take pride in being really accurate on the front end so that you don't get under contract. A lot of these letters that are computer generated, I'm just telling you, they're just that.
Exactly.
And they're not worth much.
And that's why it's important too. If you are a sales counselor, if you work for a builder and you're watching or listening to the show, and you have a client that's been turned down, you need to contact Jennifer immediately. She is definitely a great OSL, what we consider an outside lender that can save some of those clients that you thought did not qualify through your own mortgage company. So sales professionals, if you have applied for a new home to a new home builder and been denied, please contact Jennifer.
Yeah,
she can figure out that pieces to the puzzle.
Just visit me at Alone with Jen is my website. You can see me there.
Okay, well, that we're going to wrap it up this week. Thanks for being a guest on the Don Davis Real Estate Show. Nancy Owens Foundation, Jim Hernandez, Santee Parker. Love is going to get you. Love where you live. See you next week.
Legacy Mutual Mortgage is an equal housing opportunity lender. The opinions expressed here do not reflect those of Legacy Mutual Mortgage.